Hi guys, it's Orietta here and it's Saturday, April 30th. I was about to say March, but April. And I'm here to show you my progress this month. I did, well, less than I expected because my migraine are still kind of sticking with me, and that cut my stitchy time because sometimes I can stitch, sometimes I just can't. And we were away for a long weekend. We went to Austria and Germany for like a drive, and I couldn't stitch there. So anyway, the first thing I worked on in April was my season sampler, the stitch along with Abby Gurdon, the stitch specialist group, and it came up at the beginning of the month, so I usually stitch it right away. And this is how much I got done. This was the first installment, and the second installment is here where it says the spring is all buttercups and breezy. And this was really fun. It's stitched on a 32 count, I have it here because I always forget, Murano, in the color Dune by Chromatic Alchemy. And I really liked this part. It was fun to stitch. I particularly liked the bugs they have. We had two more little ladybug here and two bees. And I don't know if you can see it, but I did the bees wings in Petit Treasure braid. I think it's PB01. It's the white transparenty sparkly thing. And of course you can see much in camera, but in real life and with the sun, it can't give it a sparkly, like a translucent effect like in reality. And I wasn't very sure about that because it's hard to see, to be honest. But somebody, actually Tracy, my friend Tracy, suggested me to try to use like a greenish Petit Treasure braid. I had a greenish Kreinik, and I actually tried to make those wings with that greenish sparkly thing. And the effect I had was that instead of looking like a bee, that thing started looking like, I don't have a better name for it, so please excuse me, but it looked like that kind of huge fly that really like cow poo. You know what I'm talking about? So I definitely didn't like that effect, and I stick with my translucent one, which, you know, it might not be so you know, it doesn't stand out as much, but you know, I kind of like that effect better. Anyway, tomorrow should come out the next installment, and if I remember correctly from the preview, it's gonna be just a row of bunnies, which will be fun to do and real quick. So I'll probably stitch it as soon as it show up. So that was my first thing of the month. Next one, I have them upside down, but next one was I finished my Prairie Schooler alphabet, and the first letter, and it's the A, and this is stitched on a piece of unknown 28 count. It's an even weave, it's not linen, but it has this kind of roll effect. And I had this in a swap, so I think I said it before, I have no idea what kind it is. It's just some kind of 28 count. And it's stitched with the DMC that's called for. And I'm stitching it over 1 on 28 count, 1/1. And the only variation I did to this is that the letter here, the A, is supposed to be stitched in a very dark red brownish, the same that is the crab is stitched with. And when I stitched it, it just disappeared. So for as painful as it was, I had to rip it out completely from, you know, and it's not fun to rip out stuff over 1 on 28 count, but for now I'm leaving it blank as I don't really know what to do about it, but I might just do all the leather like that, blank, because they are all kind of a dark color and it doesn't stand out enough, especially with such tiny stitches. Anyway, I finished the block, and probably in May I'm gonna work on the next block over here. That was that. Then finally my beads for my mini Chatelaine came, and this is the design, if you don't remember it. It's from issue 9 of the Gift of Stitching magazine, and I think it's called Lavender Bosquet, something like that. My memory is crap, sorry. Anyway, it called for delicate beads in 2 kind, and last month I have been looking all over the place to see what was going to be more convenient for me to order, as I don't have any supplier in Italy with delicate beads, and could find some but not everything in the UK, but of course I could buy just a full amount, which was, I think, I don't remember how many, but a lot of beads, and I just needed a little bit. So I contacted Cindy at European Cross Stitch shop, and I asked her to quote me the bead pack for this little guy here, and it's two kind of beads. And I also asked to quote the other Chatelaine that is in the Gift of Stitching magazine. And what happened is that buying from her those 2 beads, just the amount I needed for this to finish this, the beads for the other Chatelaine, and 2 or 3 card of Petite Treasure Braid I was missing, costed me just a little bit more than it would have cost me if I just ordered those 2 beads. So I really think that going the European cross stitch shop way was the more cost-effective way to go. Even if I had to pay custom, it wasn't much, and the total amount was still really not good. I'm sorry, I can't remember the amount exactly, but it was something, it was less than 40 euro for both things, plus the 2 treasure braids. So I was pretty happy with that. And so I could finish this, and it has 2 types of beads. One is this like white opalescent, and the other is this gold here. And I'm pretty happy with this. It looks nice, and I think I'm gonna make it a gift for a friend I'm gonna visit this year. I'm not gonna say ooh, because he might watch the video. So I finished that, and then what was left for the month is my work travel bookshelf. And what I did on it was I completed this page here, and then I started working on the first of the, I'm missing 2 pages to finish the second row. So I started working on this, and the page started pretty much like a tiny slice of the llama butt. So I finished the llama butt, and I kept going. 3 columns in the second, on this first page, and then I will have another full page and another like a stripe with 3 stitches worth of stitches at the end. So this is what I did, and let me tell you this, I can say that those 2 pages and this one, those 2 coming, are probably the most boring pages of this whole project, because this green blob here that you will see later on what it is, it's a rock with some carving, and if I don't remember wrong, it should be Cambodia, and especially Angkor Wat monument, but don't call me on that because I haven't looked it up, but I'm trying to remember. Anyway, I think that's what it is. And they are, you know, it's all green, brown, and grayish stuff that you can't really make out what it is. It's just a rock. in this part. It has more carving here, so I hope it gets more interesting, but so far it has been boring to death. Seriously boring to death, because it's all the same, you know, hue, same color, but it's like every stitch is different from the other. There isn't any block stitching whatsoever. So the effect, I mean, it looks great, but oh my god, I can't wait to finish those 2 pages. It's just killing me. And that's it for April. And you might be curious what happened to my head challenge that I said I was going to do. And what happened to my head challenge is that I just decided I'm not going to do it. And the reason is I used to stitch cross country on the full page, like the challenge, 1 color at a time, like the challenge require. And I hated that method. I didn't enjoy stitching it. And either if I tried a different way to do it in the past. I tried starting with the most used color and do the less used color at the end, so I had, you know, places to anchor my stitches, and that way ended up that I ended up with like a few thousand stray stitches here, there, confetti, and it would drive me bonkers to try to stitch them. It would get so boring, I just give up stitching for a month. And I tried the other way, starting with the little stitches and then doing the most used color at the end. And when I got to the most used color, the huge block of color of the same color would bore me to death again. So, you know, it's not gonna happen. I stitch for fun. It has to be like an enjoyment and a moment where I relax, and that way it would not relax me a bit. So I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do it. And well, that's it for this month. I don't think I have anything else to say. For next month, I'm just going to continue on the project I have, and I haven't planned any start, but you never know. And we'll see what happens. So one thing, I want to thank you everybody that watch my video and comment and like and all the good stuff. It's really wonderful and it's a lot of fun. And I'm sorry I haven't replied to the tag video, the one I did with Chandra, but I had a busy week, and anyway, I just want to thank you everybody. It has been really fun. Okay, so I guess I'll see you next month and have fun stitching. Bye!